Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about my predictions for the NGS headline, as the NGS headline is tomorrow. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over are things that I'm fairly certain that will be coming in the December update, and then after that we'll have a little bit of speculation. So the very first thing is the level cap is going to be increased. Is it going to be increased to 85 or 90? I do not know. However, there is going to be a level cap increase. On top of that, our enhancement cap for our weapons as well as armors are going to be increased from 70 to 80. This is also confirmed. And then last but not least is of course new LC capsules, such as the High Ret Dominant LC as well as the Grand Dread Keeper LC. Now other than that, we can also look at the roadmap for December. So we will be getting a Christmas event. So this is going to be another seasonal event that is guaranteed. So be prepared to farm a bunch of seasonal points in order to buy seasonal weapons and all that stuff, especially if you do decide to farm in combat zones as well as exploration zones, because all the veterans as well as the new Starless mob are all going to be seasonal enemies. So we can definitely take advantage of those seasonal weapons. Now I'm fairly confident that the seasonal weapons are going to be better than their melee weapon series if you can get one with a fixa, and since they are seasonal weapons, they're going to be fully augmented in the seasonal shop. So if you don't like the melee weapon series and you just don't want to farm for it, you can definitely just wait for the Christmas 2023 seasonal event to kick in, pick up your seasonal weapon, and you're good to go for the next month. However, if you do decide to use the seasonal weapon, you will be locked behind some content, such as the ultra high difficulty standing party quest. We are getting another one. Currently, we have Sign of the Planet Breaker, which came out in August/September. As you can see over here, the ultra high difficulty standing party quest. This is the 4-man Darkfall Solace, also known as Sign of the Planet Breaker. However, in December, we are getting another one. We don't know what it is yet. However, we are getting another ultra high difficulty standing party quest, which probably will drop the 10 stars a lot more frequently, hopefully. Or maybe they're just going to introduce a new 10 star. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they just introduce new gear, or maybe even the new armors might only drop from here. We don't know yet, but nevertheless, we are getting new content similar to Darkfall Solace, so that is definitely something a lot of people can look forward to. Now, on top of that, we are getting new Duel Quest, which is why I was a little bit hesitant to saying that this is going to be the new ultra high difficulty boss, because, this is clearly Darkfall Solace. I was hoping that this might be Darkfall's queen or whatever it is. It kind of looks like a queen sort of enemy, or at least the silhouette is female. So, I was hoping that, maybe this is the big bad boss of the Starless, because remember, we are getting Chapter 6 Part 4 of the story. However, they might totally debate us, and this might just be the boss in the Duel Quest, because that's what they did over here. This guy was actually just a Duel Quest guy. So I am a little bit hesitant on whether this boss is actually a Duel Quest boss, or is going to be the new ultra high difficulty standing party quest boss. Now, on top of all of this, we are also expecting to see one new limited time quest. Now, if it's only one for the entire month of December, I don't really know if it's gonna be around for the entirety of the 3 to 4 weeks, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, as for creative spaces, we are getting new build parts, and then for the collaboration scratch tickets, we are getting an action anime. The action anime has already been confirmed that it is Black Lagoon in the month of December. However, if you go to the NGS livestream right now and you go to the description below, you'll see over here, this time we've got update information and videos showing what's ahead for PSO2 New Genesis version 2 in December 2023, including our collaborations with Black Lagoon, we knew this already, plus info on another upcoming collab. Plus, get your answers from your comments and your questions from the Operation Report segment. So we are confirming that there is going to be another collaboration in the month of January, which is pretty crazy because that means 6 months in a row we've had a collaboration every single month. So this shows that the developers are willing to invest into this game, simply because collaborations are not cheap. Uncle from Another World, we had Overlord before that, we had Niji Sanji, we had Hololive. We are getting a lot of really cool collaborations, and none of these are cheap. They need to buy all the licensing and all of that in order to actually bring it to the Japanese side and the global side, so they kind of have to pay double, because the global side is this whole separate can of worms. But nevertheless, this is really good news because it just shows that Sega still cares about this game and they're still willing to invest money into the game. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm still crossing my fingers hoping it's going to be Demon Slayer or Bleach or something with a katana camo. I just need a katana camo. I'm lowering my expectations or my wants to I just want any collaboration that will give me a katana weapon camo, because the past several collaborations over here have not offered a katana weapon camo on any of them. Even Uncle from Another World, where they had some really awesome weapons, but katana was not involved there, so I'm a little bit upset about that. But nevertheless, you know, that's pretty much my bottom line. As long as there's a weapon camo in there for katana, I'm happy. So hopefully Demon Slayer, yeah? Demon Slayer, Bleach, yeah, bring those in please, Sega. So now that I've covered everything that I'm fairly confident that we will see in the NGS headline as well as in the month of December, now it's to talk about a little bit of speculation and hopeful thinking or wishful thinking. I really do hope that we do see new armors, especially the Gigantics armors. I really hope Sega just didn't give up on those armors, because I know a lot of people really like those armors, mainly because it kind of forced you to get good. You know, you're getting all of this extra potency, all of this extra attack power, however, at the cost of a bunch of defense stats. I think that is still a good option for a lot of players, and that Sega should still offer it to people. You know, people should have choice for gear as well as augments and stuff like that. Another thing I would like to see in the future is Ziggs. For those who never played the base game and don't know who the hell Ziggs or Zig is, basically it's an NPC where you can upgrade your weapons. So for example, let's say that you have an 8-star rarity weapon or a 9-star rarity weapon. If you gathered all of these materials, you were able to upgrade your 9-star rarity weapon into a 10-star rarity weapon. So let's say that you have a Vershmel weapon, and maybe it's like a Vershmel weapon plus 1,000 growth mint plus like some other weapons that you might need. You smash them all together and you can upgrade your Vershmel weapon into a Flugelguard weapon, or you smash them all together and you can upgrade it into a Tisha weapon. I would really like to see something similar like that to be introduced into the game, because as things are right now, the community is rather divided. You have the casual players that are like, no, I'm just not going to farm for any of the things. I'm just going to stick with the seasonal weapon whenever that comes out every other month. And then you've got the hardcore players which are like, oh wow, I got my 10-star weapon. Now what do? I have no content to farm for anymore because I already achieved the best in slot. And so because the community is divided in two, I feel like the middle ground would simply just be like, hey guys, you can just craft your weapons, so you know, you constantly are farming for stuff, and that would also stimulate the economy. Let's say in order to make a Tisha weapon, you need 10 Vershmel weapons. So you get your 10 Vershmel weapons, smash them all together, you get your Tisha weapon. To get your Flugelguard weapon, you get your 10 Tisha weapons, you smash them together, and you get a Flugelguard weapon. Something along those lines would be really nice to see, simply because it would stimulate the economy a little bit more. So there would be more value on these weapons that people don't really want anymore. So I would like to see something similar to that system, just so that people aren't like, okay, I got my weapon, there's nothing else to farm anymore. It would be like, okay, I've got my weapon, now I can farm XYZ a little bit more efficiently, get these weapons, throw them onto the market, help a couple friends upgrade their weapons a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, and stuff like that. Another thing this crafting system would solve is the fact that a lot of people are kind of upset about augmenting, because, you know, if you put like an XD capsule and all of your very expensive endgame capsules, you know, we're talking about like 20-30 million meseta. It's quite a hefty sum of money. So when you fully augment something and it's like, oh yeah, here's the 11-star weapons, you're kind of like, well crap, I just wasted all this money. Now I have to re-augment the weapon whenever I get the new one, and that's going to cost me another 30 million. Versus if we have the upgrade system like what we had in the base game, it's like, okay, you have your base weapon, you have all of your augments on it. When you upgrade it to the next tier, you keep all of your augments. So that is part of my wishful thinking, or things that I would like to see, is definitely some sort of crafting system with the weapons, or upgrade system if you want to say that, so that people are more incentivized to farm and upgrade their gear, because you know, they're keeping their stuff and they can actually see progress instead of just smashing their faces against Darkfall Solus or Omen of the Planet Breaker and not getting anything, and they're just kind of like, well crap, you know, you kind of lose hope when you don't get anything and you've been playing for like several days or several months or whatever, and you're just like, well, it just doesn't drop. But let me know in the comment section below, what would you like to see in the NGS headline?
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.